guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a simple sit down video about how I aced my Starbucks interview. So I've made notes that I'm going to be looking through and telling you guys how to ace your Starbucks interview. You can actually use this for all interviews actually, because before I went for the interview last 2 weeks, what I did was I was looking on YouTube, looking for videos talking about how to ace your Starbucks interview. So from my own personal experience, I'm going to take you guys through the questions I was asked and how I answered them. So they actually came straight with me to the $1,000,000 question. And those of you that have been to a Starbucks interview, you know what the $1,000,000 question is. The question they asked me was, so why Starbucks? And before you go for any interview, what you should do is to read about the company you are going to. That was something I didn't know prior to my Starbucks interview. Like, it's something I should have known. Like, I think most people do, but I didn't know that I was supposed to read about the company. I always go for interviews just like that, thinking that, oh, when they ask me a question, I'll answer them as they come. But that is wrong. You have to learn about the company, read about Starbucks, what their mission is, their goals, their vision. So we all know the Starbucks statement. I'm going to add it here. I don't really know it off head, but before I went for my interview, I memorized it. So you should know this. When I was asked why Starbucks, I told them I used the mission statement to answer the question. That I know Starbucks likes to connect with people through a drink. I like the way when you buy from them, they actually care about how your day is. Like, they care about you. It's not just about they selling you a drink. They actually care about what's going on in your day. And she was like, well, yeah, we have, since our mission statement is this and this and this, which I'm going to add to the description line. So when he asked you a question of why Starbucks, so you have to use their mission statement about how they connect with people through just a drink and how they relate with their customers. So that was how I answered the question. The question was, why do you want to work here? So if you go for an interview and they ask you, why do you want to work here? What are you going to say? Are you going to say, because I'm home and I need money and I want to work? No, you don't say that. You should make your interviewer feel that it's not just about the money. Don't even talk about money. Make them feel that you like their culture, the culture they have at Starbucks. That is the reason why you want to work there. So it's not just about the money. It's not just about you being home for way too long and you're just looking for a job. No, you just have to tell them that you like the culture at Starbucks. You love to connect with people through a drink. You love to talk to people. You are fast-paced. You like working in fast-paced environment. Starbucks is known for their premium coffee. In Canada, I think Starbucks has the most expensive coffee. So let them know that it's not just about the money. It's about connecting with people. It's about connecting over a drink. It's about being able to make an impact just through a cup of coffee. Don't talk about the frappuccinos and all of that. Okay, so the third question was, if you offer someone a drink and they came back angry saying their drink tastes different from their usual, how are you going to solve that situation? So let me use myself as an example, and you watching me as a barista. So I come to you and I say, the drink you gave me, it tastes different from the regular ones I've been getting all the time. What are you going to do? Obviously, you will change the drink. You apologize first. So you apologize and say, I'm sorry about your drink, but I can make you another one. So if you change it, the first thing you have to say is, I apologize, I can make you a new drink. Then you make them a new drink. And then she asked again, so what if they come back and say they still don't like this drink? What can you do? My answer was, I'll make them another drink. And if the person still gets angry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call my manager to handle the situation. And she was like, that's perfect. But also you can offer them a refund. She corrected me that yes, I'm supposed to, if it feels like the situation is escalating, what I can do is tell my manager, and before that I can offer them a refund. So the first important thing is just to change their drink. Like, that should let's you have to change that drink. If I come and say I bought the food from you and the food doesn't taste like, you don't have to complain. Just take the food. You don't even have to take the food back. Exactly. You don't take the drink back. You let them have that and then you make them a new one. Yes. And the next question is, if you have a new trainee, as in I'm working currently, like I know everything about all the crooks and candies in the shop, and there's a new trainee, and then the person rushes work. Like sometimes when people are new to a place, they always want to impress. And I feel that what the person is doing is wrong, or the person is just rushing work. What am I going to do? So this is what I told them. I used an example when I was working in Tim Hortons. I was like, when I was working in Tim Hortons, there were new people that I used to train people a lot because I learned so fast and I was training people. So there are people that come and always they want to impress. So what I do is I pull them aside and tell them that don't rush this work. So far as you are here, give yourself a week or two, you are going to get everything that goes on. Don't rush. If you keep rushing things, you will keep on making mistakes. So this was the answer I gave it. That I used my Tim Hortons experience, that there were people that used to come in and I used to train them, but they were always rushing work. So one thing I do is I put them aside, talk to them and tell them that do not rush the work. But if you keep on rushing the work, you make mistakes. You make drinks that are either too sugary or with less sugar, or other things. You can make something less or more. So the best thing is just relax, take it as the day goes by, keep learning. If you don't understand something, don't force yourself to do it. We all know you are new. No one is going to shout at you. Just relax and learn from those that have been here for a while. So that was the reply I gave her. She said the answer was. And then she asked me to tell them about myself. So I told them I'm kind of new to Canada. I'm in school. I like working in fast-paced environments. At first, before I watched videos on how to answer this question, what I used to tell them about myself was some bullshit stuff. But I learned that I don't always have to tell them about yourself in something that connects to the company. So yeah, so I was like, I'm the first of 3 kids. I'm kind of new to Canada. I'm doing my master's. I like working in restaurants. I like working with food. I would like to open my own restaurant sometime in the future, probably back in Ghana. And what I like to do is really, I told them I don't like working in a slow environment. Like I don't like working in places that are not moving fast. I like to work really fast. So I like working in fast-paced environment. So that's what I told them about myself. And then one question that I think I was supposed to say that before all of this was, she asked me that what was my favorite drink. Whenever you go, they offer you a drink. Yeah. So I told them the truth that I'm not a coffee person. That I am not a coffee person. My type of drinks are teas and stuff like that. But I'm not really a coffee person, but I like iced coffee. That was what I answered for the what's your favorite drink. Then they asked me for my availability. I gave them my availability. Sometimes people just give their interviewers a lot of availability, and once they get employed, they change it. That is going to cause a lot of disruption because they are not the only one they are having an interview. Because you give them that you're available these and these and these days, now you have to go and change them once they employ you. That is going to disrupt so many things. So tell them the truth, give them your real availability so that you don't change it as the day goes by or as they employ you. Do you understand? Okay, guys. So I was supposed to say this in the beginning. My interview time was 11 a.m. and I got to Starbucks at 10:10 a.m. 50 minutes before my interview start time. So imagine if you are going to interview someone, and I know the time you're supposed to get there for an interview is 15 minutes before your start time. But guess what? I got there 50 minutes before my start time. So like, who wouldn't employ me? Even me coming early. Like naturally, I like being early. I don't like being late. That is not my thing. I don't like being late. Like it's something I really hate. So when I'm with someone and they're always late, it really irritates me. So it's not like I was doing that because I want to ace the interview, but naturally I like being early. My interview started way before the start time. So I went there, I sat there, they asked to offer me a drink. I was like, nah, I don't, I should have taken the drink actually. I told them I don't want a drink. So I was there. Even the manager was surprised that I was that early. She was like, so she came in about 15 minutes later after I got there. She was like, hi, Chelsea. Chelsea, right? So we finished my interview before 11. It was like she has other interviews she has to do. But by I went for the interview on Friday. And she said by Monday I would have heard from her with a decision. And I was like, I hope it's going to be a good decision though. She laughed. So one other thing is whenever they ask you to ask me a question, you have to ask the question. You have to ask them a question. I didn't know this. I went for an interview prior to this one, and she asked me to ask them a question. I didn't ask the question. She asked me, "Do you have any question for us?" The question I asked was, I can see that most of the people there are wearing different tops. Like they don't have a dress code aside the green apron. Everybody can wear a different top. So far as it's not a graphic tee or there's no writings in them. It was like, yeah, you can wear a tie and that. You can wear a plain t-shirt, black, green, doesn't matter. So far as there are no writings in them, because you are here to advertise Starbucks. So you can't come to work wearing a Nike t-shirt or an Adidas t-shirt. I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, okay, and for the pants, you can wear any pants that you want. For us, I think it's not too tight, and you can't wear a skirt above your knee. It should be longer, stuff like that. And then I also asked her that, yeah, I can see that the place is actually not that busy as I expected. She was like, oh, their rush time is from morning to like 9 a.m. And then, because that's when people are going to work. So that's when they have a lot of drive-through orders and it's really busy during that time. But now it's pretty slow. But when it's getting to after work, like 4 5, it gets busy again. So those were the questions I asked her. So we finished and she said, don't you want a drink? I said, no, I'm good. But I wasn't good. I wanted a drink, but I didn't take it. But when you go and they offer you a drink, you should take it. So Monday, I got a call from them and they offered me the job. So this is what went on with my Starbucks interview. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And yeah, I have another video I'll be posting next week about how I got 8 job offers in a span of 2 weeks. I've gotten so many job offers, but I've chosen the Starbucks and one other one. Now I'm doing 2 jobs. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how I was able to get 8 job offers. So watch out for my next video next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.